Well, hello there, fishing friends, and if you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, I want to cover one of the top questions that I see on the Facebook page, and that is, why can't I drive my boat? So I'm going to explain why. With the current game, they cannot really incorporate driving your boat how you want it to be. There's Ultimate Fishing Simulator, which some people have played, some people haven't. It is a game where you can jump in your boat, drive to a location, and fish. The difference between Ultimate Fishing Simulator and RVRF fishing is, in RVRF fishing, this is a photo. This is a 360-degree photograph. So think of yourself inside of a dome right now. And as you look around, you're in a 360-degree photo. Now, in Ultimate Fishing Simulator, that is actually generated tree by tree, mountains, everything in there is completely generated by a programmer, a computer generation, not a picture. So in order to get the realism to this beautiful view, they used a picture. Somebody actually went out into the middle of the water right here in this location. If you go on Google Maps, you can find this location. They were on a boat right here, and they took a series of pictures all the way around, all the way up, all the way around, down, everywhere, and they stitched those together into one big basic circle of a photo. Or it could be a dome. So it'd be half of a 360 degree. So 360 degree would be a full circle. This would be half. And then on Ultimate Fishing Simulator, that's just all generated. The difference is to do this, it's about 500 megabytes for the base game, whereas in Ultimate Fishing Simulator, the base game is 15 gig. So it's huge. It would take a lot of space up on your headset in order to do that. Plus, in order to run Ultimate Fishing Simulator, you have to have a pretty powerful computer to run that, because it utilizes a lot of graphic GPU and stuff like that. Whereas in this, you don't have to have an extremely high powerful headset in order to run it. It's just a picture. That's why in the game now, they would not be able to incorporate driving your boat around, because they would have to create an entire area and not use a photo. Now I'm going to take you back to the lodge, and kind of, because you're like, well, why can't you just drive closer to the photo? So I'm going to take you back to the lodge. There's a little trick. If you've seen the trick on how to get into the aquarium, you can do the same thing at the lodge to get all the way out to the other side. And so I'm going to take you to the lodge and kind of simulate what it would be like if I was to drive my boat to the land up there. Okay, so let's go back to the lodge. Okay, so here we are. We're back at the lodge. This is the same thing. It's a 360-degree photo of a location in South Korea. You can actually get onto Google Earth and find this location. I have a video. I'll put a link to it right here. Somebody created a Google Earth video, or a Google Earth location guide, basically, that takes you to all the different locations, and this is one of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the trick where, similar to where you go into your aquarium, where you go forward a little bit and you just kind of turn around and go backwards, and you go forwards and turn around and go backwards. I'm going to take you all the way out there and show you what happens when you get too close to the picture. All right, so let's go. And this is going to take a while. So what I'm going to do is jump forward for you. Okay, so here we are. We're about halfway there, and this doesn't look too bad. If they were to incorporate driving boats, this is probably the closest you would be able to get to it. So, as you can see where we're at and where we're going, you could do a circle. Basically, you could do a circle, but you would not be able to get to the land. So let's continue going until we get to the picture, basically. All right, let's go. All right, let's take a pause here. As you can see, we're even closer, but the picture is just getting bigger. It's not really, you're not really going to the land. It's just the picture is getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And as you can see, it's very blurry. It would not be enjoyable. Now let's go all the way to the very edge. Okay, here we are. Land ho! There's the edge of the picture right there. As you can see, if you look around, it's just a big circle. And that's it. That is the edge of the picture. You can see it's kind of glitched out. You got your clouds in the background. And actually, in a second, I'll take you behind the picture. And you can kind of see what's going on back there. It's just a big black space. So let's go behind the picture and take a look. Okay, so here we are. Now we're behind the picture. You can see the clouds, all the digital. It's just, yep, that's what it is. It's just a big circle, big dome. And we can kind of peek out, kind of look at the edge. There you go. And that is what it looks like in the picture that you see in RVRF fishing. So as you can see, driving a boat out to here would be less than ideal. And that's why they can't incorporate boat driving into this particular version of RVRF fishing. Now in the future, maybe they will have a version where it's not a picture. Maybe they will have an actual location that they build from scratch. It's not going to be as scenic as this, though. If you go look at videos of Ultimate Fishing Simulator, compare it to RVRF fishing, there's a reason why RVRF fishing is considered to be the #1 VR fishing game on the Quest and even in Steam. Ultimate Fishing Simulator, they had VR, and when Simulator 2 came out, they dropped the VR option because it's huge. It's like I said, it's the base is 15 gig, and then when you add on top of that any DLCs, you're talking 20, 30 more gig of space on your device that's being used up. And like I said, you have to have a very powerful PC in order to even play it. Let's go back to the boat, and I'll talk about one other thing that I know you're going to ask about. So let's go back to that boat. Okay, so the next question is going to be, why can't we fish on the back of our boat or the side of our boat? And you know what? That could probably be done. And they are actually looking at incorporating that in a future update. Maybe not in this particular game, but they are researching ways to fish around your boat. One option would be, kind of similar into the lodge where you point and click and you go to a location and then you see all the fish looking that way. Because right now, all the fish, if you bring up let me go to hard. Okay, I'm on hard. Right now you have all your fish right here, right? And you have 15 to 20 fish depending on where you're at. And if you were to have to fish all the way around your boat, they would have to add probably 4 times that amount. So that would be a lot of items in the game that you're going to have to fish for. So maybe what they would do is they would, snap it right here on the side. And then when you look out that direction, you would see a new 15 to 20 fish. That's an option. Walking around on the boat is also an option, but I think snapping would be the easiest way to implement it. Snapping to the back, snapping to the side to where you only see your quarter of the area to where you have your 15 to 20 fish. That way they wouldn't have to throw in their, 60, 80 fish to fish for. Plus it would be a lot harder for me to make my videos because right now we can see all the fish that are here and we can cycle through and go through there. Now if I, had to look over here and cycle through, and it's a lot easier for me personally to fish looking for a specific fish if I'm just looking in this one area here. So yes, they could easily add fishing around the boat, I think, as long as you're in the middle of the big dome. Again, you're in a big dome right here. And so casting out, you would be casting through a dome, and you have your 300 feet all the way around. So you have 300 feet all the way around in a circle. So yeah, that could be done. Absolutely. Are they looking at doing it? I believe so. I do believe that they are looking at trying to incorporate fishing around the boat at least. Not sure about driving the boat, if that would be possible. I know definitely it would not be possible in this version of RVRF fishing. So hopefully this video was informative for you. Hopefully this explains why they can't incorporate boat driving in real VR fishing, and you're not upset about it. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button so you can see more tips and tricks and videos and stuff like this on how to catch other fish in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.